it's Christmas time, and with the holidays coming through, I think it's time to play a great game. And when I mean great, I mean a subpar game. It's pretty mediocre on the story side of things. I am of course talking about Halo 5. Oh, Halo 5. I don't know where to even begin with Halo 5. There's so many quirks about it that people argue over, okay? I think we're just going to focus on the story side of things for Halo 5. So the campaign. Not really anything gameplay-wise today at all. Like, literally at all. So, let's get right into it, I guess. I guess you can start with the actual opening trailer for Halo 5. The first one we ever saw, the reveal trailer, where Master Chief is in the desert. He's in a cloak. You know, you don't know it's him at first until that hood comes off with the Guardian blowing wind everywhere. And, you know, it seemed a pretty good plot already. You got Cortana's chip in his hand as a dog tag. It seemed pretty good. And then we go on to the Hunt the Truth trailers, where you got two different trailers. You got Locke about to shoot Chief down, and you got Chief about to shoot Locke down in the other trailer. So it's trying to build a rivalry with these two characters. One character we literally have nothing on, and why should we? Because he was literally introduced in a Halo 2 anniversary cutscene, and that was it. He wasn't even part of the actual Halo 2 anniversary. He was just in a intro cutscene. And I feel like Locke was a character that nobody liked. Nobody liked Locke or Team Osiris at all. Like, at all. And that's the major gripe about this game, is that this game is all Team Osiris. That's all it is. It's just all Team Osiris. You get 3 missions, 3 lousy missions with Blue Team, with the Master Chief and his crew. But every other mission in this game is Team Osiris. I don't know what to say about this entire missed opportunity of making a good rivalry between 2 Spartans of the UNSC. One trying to find his love, I guess, his AI fucking lover, and the other one just trying to find him. Because the whole plot of Halo 5 wasn't about Chief versus Locke. It was about finding Chief while he was trying to find Cortana. And that's exactly what we saw in the game. But the thing is, the way they did it wasn't good at all. Let's start out with Team Osiris. And Team Osiris opens up with this cutscene with Halsey trying to like actually get Cortana in her chip, I guess. And that's never mentioned ever again. I can tell you that is never mentioned ever again. She puts her journal down on the table and she walks over to Cortana and puts her in her chip, and that's it. And she says something about, at the end of the day, the UNSC or Oni, whoever, would kill her and maybe the Master Chief both, is what she was referring to. And that is never mentioned again.
After all I have done, they'll order you to kill us both.
Then we go into the Team Osiris opening, where they're getting briefed on taking on Halsey and trying to find her from Jul 'Mdama. Jul 'Mdama was actually a character from the Spartan Ops series from Halo 4. And not many people played Spartan Ops, so that's why they killed Jul 'Mdama so early in this game. And I guess that just made everything okay. We had a character that no one knew, so we just kill him off. I guess. I don't understand it, but I fucking guess. So after a while, they killed Jul 'Mdama, easy as fuck. And then we go on to Blue Team. Master Chief is having a tough time. He's actually very upset. He's holding his helmet. His fingers are twitching all about on the back of his helmet. And he's upset. He really wants to see Cortana. But later on, he actually gets to see Cortana. So he's like in this cave. He just fell down from a hunter destroying the platform, and he's in this cave. he hears Cortana's voice, and she talks about the day of reclamation, whatever you want to fucking call it. Something about fucking domain. I don't fucking know. She's fucking gone crazy, and we lost Cortana. Cortana died in Halo 4, and that's how it should have been. But no, they decided to bring her back and make her the bad guy with this reclamation. And then she summons a fucking guardian in front of him. Master Chief doesn't know what the fuck's going on. He's ready to fucking get the fuck out of there. But yeah, that's basically it for that cutscene. I don't know what else you want me to dabble on about that. If you finish the mission and it says... the UNSC says, you know, we're taking care of Cortana, don't go after Cortana, and Master Chief does what Master Chief wants to do and goes after Cortana. He says, I don't like it.
Sierra 117 to Infinity. Argent Moon scuttled. I've reassigned Blue Team. Destination Meridian. Potential contact from Cortana.
Negative 117. Another team is already being prepped to deal with her.
What the hell?
You're to return to Infinity immediately.
Negative Infinity. I don't like it.
He specifically says, I don't like it, and then he does what he fucking wants. And then we go back to Team Osiris with wanting to capture Chief with this device, and later on they find the Chief. This is what the game really came down to, is that finding the Chief was the main point. But before we get to the Chief, let me talk about something. This game, okay, people wanted boss fights like in Halo 2. There was in Halo 2, there was 3 boss fights. There was the Heretic, there was Parfait the Regret, and there was Tartarus, the Chieftain. So, what they decided to do in Halo 5 is Warden Eternal was going to be the boss. And only boss. Over and over again. You find him once on the way to see the Chief. You find him again on another planet. You find him 3 times as the Chief in one mission. 3 at once, not three separate times in the mission. 3 at once as the final boss fight. And that's not even all the times you find him. I think you find him at least 4 or 5 more times. Like, why is the Warden Eternal fought so many times? He's just a normal fucking boss enemy. Copy and paste, and you know how to take him down, especially if you play on Legendary. They just try to mix it up, like, oh, this time there's 2 wardens and some ads, this time there's 3 wardens, and then there's no more warden after that. The final mission doesn't have a final warden boss fight. The final mission has a firefight section as the final part you have to do. So going back to the story though, because that is what we're talking about today. I just had to get that out. So you talk to Warden Eternal, you beat Warden Eternal, and you get to go to the Chief. And Chief, you know, this is what the game has been, you know, trying to get to with the whole, like, rivalry. Chief basically beats his ass after he gets his visor destroyed. That's about it. It's not anything special, you know. They kind of stumble around. It's not a special fight. It's really disappointing. It made me sad. So now the Guardians are waking up because Cortana woke them up, and they look nothing like they did in the beginning trailer, the reveal trailer. They look completely different. They're blue and not orange, and whatever is going on with that. They look disgusting. I believe they were even called War Phoenixes before they were called Guardians. So they get into Pelican, they escape, and then you go back to Blue Team on, you know, Genesis. You talk to the Warden. The Warden says some bullshit. You go around trying to find Cortana. You don't really find Cortana. You kind of do, but you kind of don't. And then you go back to Team Osiris. And basically, you're on Source and Helios to get help from the Arbiter. Because people wanted to see the Arbiter. And Arbiter wasn't around in Halo 4 for some reason. And now the Arbiter is back. He's about to get fucking killed, and you go and save his ass. You need to help Arbiter win the war against the Covenant. You do that, and then you get teleported to Genesis as Team Osiris, and you know, kick some ass. And then on the Breaking, which is the only good mission in the game, I feel, you make your way as the Master Chief in the Domain and try to find Cortana. And it gets to the point where you find Cortana after defeating the 3 wardens, by the way. And she's not naked anymore, which made me mad. I mean, the reason why she was naked is because she needed protection. It was a sign of protection. Now she's like in this armor. She has the domain or wherever, the logo, the fucking thing on her chest. She basically has gone crazy. She tries to lock up blue team and one of those balls that the die deck was in. I cryptum. It was called a cryptum. And so you get locked up in the cryptum, and the last mission is basically you trying to get the chief out of the cryptum. You do that, no problem, after Cortana says some bullshit, and the legendary endings basically her humming in front of our Halo ring. And that's basically it. I just summed up this game in about 8, maybe 6 minutes. What's the time? I don't know what the time is, but whatever. So that's basically it. Now, is this a bad game? Yes, kind of. The majority of the Halo community doesn't like it. They don't like it at all. Me personally, I'm a Halo fan, so I like most of the Halos. The only Halo I didn't really like multiplayer wise was Halo 4, but that's another day, another dime, another nickel to talk about. The thing with Halo 5 story is that the reason why I felt it was so bad is basically because Cortana was supposed to be this character that helps the chief, tells him where to go, tells him to do this. He got a bond with Cortana. And then you kill her off in Halo 4, make it so emotional. You play all this classic Halo music, like you play Never Forget, one of the classic Halo songs, and you kind of blow it by bringing it back as a bad guy. I mean, in Halo Reach, they say that Cortana is humanity's only hope for survival, but now Cortana is humanity's reason of death. As we see in the Halo Infinite trailer, they already lost the war against Cortana. It takes place after the war against Cortana, and I feel like I would rather be in that war. I would rather have a game about that war with Cortana and have her in here destroy everything. I want to know what happened. I want to know what's going on. But that's not what Halo Infinite is going to be about. But going back to Halo 5, I feel that they kind of squander it by making a majority of Agent Locke trying to find the chief. They wanted to introduce these new characters, Vale, Tanaka. They want to bring back Buck, which was okay. But Locke was just a flat character. He didn't really change until the end when he realized he needed to help the chief to take down Cortana, and that's when Chief realized, oh, Cortana's not a good person. We probably should do something about her. It didn't work out. The game didn't work out. People didn't like the story, and the gameplay wise, if we want to dabble a little bit into that just for a tiny bit without going too much in depth, there was arguments that saying that the new smart link system where you aim down your sights was just labeled ADS in the code, which is not surprising because that's what it specifically is. So people didn't like that. To me, it didn't matter because on Master Chief Collection I play zoom and shoot, so it feels exactly the same. People didn't like how the gameplay played. You know, the climbing, they wanted the old crouching and the jump crouching, stuff like that. It didn't really measured well with the new system that they brought into Halo 5. It didn't translate well to jump crouching and all the other old Halo bullshit that it came with. You know, I like the new Halo 5 movement system. I like it a lot. I wish it would stay. I like sprinting and all of that stuff, but the majority Halo community doesn't, and that's what scares me about the next Halo, that it might not stay. It kind of frustrates me, to be honest. So what about Halo 5? Is it a bad game? Is it just a big pile of goat piss? Is it just something you just look at, you play it once and don't play again? Maybe for some people. For me, I had a lot of fun on it. We have a whole entire nonsensical series on Halo 5 custom games on any Halo. It's so much fun. It's something I wish I had more time with, had more people to play with on Halo 5 for custom games. But, you know, I don't have that group of friends that play Halo 5 all day. So anyways, I think that's all I can talk about Halo 5. I just summed up the story for you. Halo 5, was it bad? It was kind of bad. It wasn't the worst thing we've seen today or on the series of What the Fuck Marine, but it was pretty bad. And I hope next time Halo Infinite doesn't give me anything to talk about, because hopefully Halo Infinite would be a good story, have good gameplay, and overall be a good game. I see Marines and Spartans on the next mission. Marineman out. Bye bye.